All right, guys, how's it going? So, Newcastle versus Liverpool. I love this fixture. I always look forward to this fixture coming round. It's always been special, you know, since April 1996. What a game that was. Many memories, which I won't go into, many personal memories as well. But it always comes up in conversation, that game, when Newcastle come round. I used to live up near Newcastle. I used to race greyhounds at Brough Park, Newcastle. I think I had maybe a dozen at one time. And they were all Liverpool related names. So Boot Room Boy, Boot Room Girl, Faster Than Owen. I had all these dogs racing them at Brough Park, you know, surrounded by Geordies. And I spent so much time up there on a weekend that, if, you know, staying in hotels, that I thought, you know what, I might as well just see if I can get a house up here. And I did. I moved up to just outside Newcastle. I was there for many years, loved it. Great banter with the neighbours, you know. I'll never forget, we played Newcastle once, and I lived in a cul-de-sac, and my neighbour put a Newcastle shirt, you know, on a coat hanger in his window, because he was next door to me and it was right there, and he was stood outside in the morning and he was like pointing up at his shirt, and I was like, we'll see. If I'm not mistaken, I think Michael Owen scored very early in that game, maybe twice, I can't remember. You'll have better memories than me. And I remember looking at my armchair was in the window, and I could see his property, and Michael Owen scored, I'm sure, within the first few minutes, maybe the first 10 minutes, I can't remember. It was early on, I'm sure. And I remember looking to his house, and all I could see was the fucking, you know, curtains moving and the Newcastle shirt being taken. That was funny as fuck. Anyway, many memories of Newcastle. At one time when I lived up there, I actually bought 2 season tickets at Newcastle. I had my Liverpool season tickets, but I bought Newcastle season tickets. You know, I was a football fan. And I only went to maybe 3 games over, you know, a couple of years that I had them, which will have been the Liverpool game, you know, when Liverpool visited. And I think I might have gone to see Newcastle versus Manchester United once. I can't remember. To be honest with you, I never really used them. I gave them to my next door neighbour. I'd say, you know, I'm not that bothered. But, you know, if Liverpool were on TV, I was always going to watch Liverpool, or I would be at Liverpool. And I remember my haters at the time. I put this online at the time, you know, telling people like I'm telling you. And I remember my haters at the time, you know, saying that they were like, he's really a Newcastle fan, he's not a Liverpool fan, you know, we've discovered. And it's like, I just told you, you know, that I've got the tickets, and my kids were going on them and stuff like that as well. So, in fact, little Rob, my son, he bought a Newcastle shirt once, because I think all his little Newcastle mates, you know, his friends all supported Newcastle and that. Anyway, I got good memories of Newcastle, to be honest with you. Not good memories of the away end at Newcastle. I think I would still struggle a bit today on all them steps. I certainly struggled back then. I was a much bigger lad back then, if you can believe it or not. I think I was 27 stone at one point. Got down to 15 when the pandemic hit, and, you know, so probably about 4 stone heavier now, but I'm trying. But I've always enjoyed this fixture. I have Newcastle supporting friends. My girlfriend lives in the northeast. I go to Newcastle a lot, you know, to see her. And yeah, I like the place. I do. I've got to be honest with you. And I've never had a problem with their fans. When they got their, you know, new owners, I was, you know, delighted for them. You know, not our expense, but I've always wanted Newcastle to do well, to be honest with you. So, concentrating on this game this evening. I'm not sure if I'll do a watch along this evening. I will do a live stream prior to the game at least, but I'll be around later. And 1 o'clock this afternoon as well, UK time. Newcastle have lost the previous 6 meetings and are winless in 15 top flight games against the Reds since a 2-0 win on Tyneside on the 6th of December 2015. Drawn 4, lost 11. The Merseysiders have won 5 of their last 6 league matches at St James's Park, including each of the past 3, their longest winning run away to the Magpies. Liverpool have won 11 Premier League games in which they have trailed against Newcastle, the most comeback wins one side has recorded against another in the competition's history. Newcastle have won just 2 of their past 9 league games and averaged a point per game during that period. The Magpies' only win in their past 26 league fixtures against teams starting the day top of the table was by 2-1 against Chelsea in December 2014. Newcastle have lost 2 of their last 3 home league games, as many defeats as in their previous 20 top flights fixtures at St James's Park. Eddie Howe is winless in all 12 of his Premier League games against league leaders, the highest tally by a manager in such fixtures without ever claiming a victory. He has also lost 17 of his 19 matches as a manager against Liverpool in all competitions, with his solitary win earned exactly 8 years ago in Bournemouth's 4-3 win on the 4th of December 2016. And today's the 4th of December. Alexander Isak has 21 goals in 30 home league appearances for Newcastle. And Bruno Guimaraes, who is a player that Liverpool have held an interest in previously, is one short of 100 Premier League appearances. Now, Liverpool are 9 points clear of second place after 13 Premier League games. The only season in which there was a bigger gap at this stage was 1993-94, when eventual champions Manchester United led by 11 points. Arne Slot has won 34 points from the opening 13, and they said 11, Premier League games of his managerial career, equaling a competition record set by Gus Hiddink at Chelsea in 2009. Victory on Wednesday would set an outright record. Slot has won 18 of 20 league and cup fixtures as the Liverpool manager. The Reds have claimed victory in 16 of their last 18 midweek Premier League games, with their only defeat in this run being April's 2-0 loss to Everton. Mo Salah has been directly involved in 14 league goals against Newcastle, scoring 8 and setting up 6. And finally, Curtis Jones is one shy of 150 games for Liverpool in all competitions, while Cody Gakpo's next appearance will be his 100th for the club. So, there's a few interesting facts for you. I do like those facts. I get them from the BBC. I really do like them. I'm not someone that's really big into statistics, unless it's, a woman's, measurements, bra size, God, I'm going to start being like that guy off, what is it, Greg Wallace. I'm starting to sound like, well, if you can't have a fucking joke, fuck's sake. Shouldn't be here if you can't have a joke. Anyway, we like to have our little jokes and banter, don't we? And the good thing is the girls that are here joining as well. And to be honest with you, the girls are worse than the fellas. So what do you think about this game, guys? Never an easy game, Newcastle, in my opinion. Maybe it's one of those games people expect us to go and win, each year or whatever. But, it's interesting. I don't take anything for granted. And I've got to be honest, I feel like at the moment, every time we're about to play a game, I say, oh, big game this. I think every game is a big game for Liverpool at the moment. And all we can do is turn up and do our best. Now, if you've got any predictions that you'd like to share with us, any thoughts, please do share them. Any, ideas on team selection, who you would like to deploy, what you'd like to see, then please do let me know. Like I say, I don't have a problem with Newcastle. Got some good memories. It's good. Do you remember when we did when I filmed Freddie Shepherd? Do you remember that? Years ago. It was called Freddie Shepherd. One of the chairmen, he's deceased now. He's passed away, has he? Bless him. It was around the time that Michael Owen was being linked with the return to Liverpool. And I was in a van, Cop Talk van, near St James's Park and filmed Freddie Shepherd. Pulled up at the traffic lights. And he knew he was being filmed, because back then it wasn't like little phones like this. It was a big camcorder, And said to Freddie Shepherd, hey, can we have Freddie Shepherd back? I think the video clip might be on here if you look. Look under the Cop Talk archive. I think there might be a playlist called that. And he said, have him back. He says, I'll fucking carry him back. I think I said, is it true we can have him for 8 million? Can we have him back? And he said, I'll fucking carry him back. And I put that clip on my YouTube channel at the time. And I think my YouTube channel at the time might have been called Cop Talk TV, the username. And this clip went viral. And it was on every news bulletin you can imagine. It was on the main, not just the regional news in the Northeast. and Merseyside, but it was also on like News at 10, 6 o'clock News, Channel 4 News. Every network in the UK covered this clip because it was such a controversial clip. Millions and millions and millions of views. And it wasn't a clip to out Freddie Shepherd as being a bad person. It was banter. He was, I'm only joking, lads, you know what I mean? It was fun, and he was a good sport. But obviously the media, you know, like, blew it up. And I included on the original video of that, you know, some of the TV broadcasts that had featured it. So, like, I'd said to you, oh, we did this video, do you know what I mean? I'd done this video earlier, and look, it's on BBC. And believe this, right? Can you believe this? So ITN, like ITV, BBC, whatever, they all used my video of me filming Freddie Shepherd on my device. They all used that without asking me or anything. They just used it. I didn't have a problem with that. But because I included part of their broadcast saying, oh, look, this is us on News at 10, and then showing, you know, like, good evening, Newcastle United, you know what I mean, right? I got DMCA'd, which is copyright infringement. And they actually shut down, deleted my first YouTube channel on here because of that. I got DMCA'd my own video because I'd included some of theirs, but it didn't work the other way around. You know, this is how the media can bully people. But it was, nevertheless, it was still fun. I think the clip might be on here. Have a look. I think there's a playlist called Archive on here. Just search Owen, Newcastle, Freddie Shepherd, I don't know, something like that. I don't know if it's on here or not, to be honest with you. But it was funny, and yeah, Newcastle, all right, man. It's, do you remember last, was it? No, it was, what year were we in, 24? I think it was November 2022, wasn't it? I was seeing a girl, and I was in Newcastle, and I was outside St James's Park when the news broke that FSG had put the club up for sale, do you remember? And I did a video outside the stadium. Yeah, it's a nice city, it's good. Obviously we've got Corvo that's up there, a Newcastle United supporter that comes on our streams on here from time to time. So it'd be nice to see him if he jumps on today. But yeah, like I say, I do make a lot of visits to the northeast now because my girlfriend's in that area. So she's not from there originally. She's actually a Yorkshire lass, but she sounds like a Geordie now. So, and I've got a really good friend here in Spain that supports Newcastle. And he's one of them that if they get anything from the game, my phone will be going mental. Do you know what I mean? You won't hear from him if Liverpool do anything, but he's one of them really annoying motherfuckers. Do you know what I mean? So yeah. Anyway, I'll leave it with you guys. I just wanted to give you a few facts about the game. I hope you enjoyed the game. I don't know if I want to do a watch along or not. Do you know what I mean? Like, I might go live through the game and just so I can chat to you guys. Maybe that would be nice. Let me know if you want me to do it. I'll do it for you. All right. But until then, we'll go live at 1 UK this afternoon, and then I'll be around at some point this evening. I'll think about. I'll read your comments and see what you want me to do. But please don't say, yeah, do a watch along, Dunk, and then don't come along. Do you know what I mean? So I mean, things can come up. I get that, but sometimes doing a watch along, you lose the enjoyment yourself of watching the game. But if there's going to be a good, you know, few people in, maybe that'd be good. Just let me know, and I work for you. I'll do what you want me to do. All right, guys? So if you appreciate this video, please thumbs up the video. Please drop me a comment with any thoughts on this Newcastle fixture or any memories that you may have regarding Newcastle. It always reminds me of that game. I know everyone talks about the scoreline and the commentary and certain little snippets of the commentary, but it always reminds me of Roy Evans. It really, really does. And if you've never seen that game that I'm talking about, maybe if you're a younger fan or whatever, it's a game that you must watch as a Liverpool supporter. I know that as a Liverpool supporter growing up, there was nothing more boring for me as a young lad was for an older person to tell me you should watch this game from the 70s. I was like, what the fuck, I want to see that. Do you know what I mean? I had zero interest in it. But it's funny, as you get older, you kind of appreciate history more, and you do, you know what I mean? You do think about it. But I understand completely right now, you're all right, thanks. But if you're someone that considers yourself a die-hard Red, whatever that may be, then that is a game that you've got to educate yourself with and have knowledge with, because I can assure you, maybe, you know, if you're a young lad or a young lass, 15, 16 or whatever, And when you start going to the bars and sitting with other football fans, I can assure you, when they talk about Liverpool Newcastle, that game will come up in conversation. And how cool will it look especially if you're a younger person, and if you can sit there and reel off what you know about it, but like, he knows his fucking stuff, or she knows his stuff. Do you know what I mean? So anyway, let's see. Let's enjoy tonight's game. Like I say, I enjoy this fixture, and I have good memories of Newcastle. I do, and ongoing new memories of Newcastle. I'm due back there in a few weeks again. You know, I love Newcastle. It's a great city, and I wish them all the best. If you're a Newcastle supporter, I wish you all the best with your football club. I really do. I mean that sincerely. Just not against us tonight. All right. So thumbs up, comment if you want to get me a beer or a coffee. Hit the super thanks, and I'll give you a shout out tomorrow. Please read the video description. We've got the newsletter. There's ways of supporting the channel. You can join the channel, etc., etc., and connect with me on social media. Okay, guys. Cheers.